In this video, I'm gonna show you the strategy that I used to grow from 2,700 users per month up to 100k users per month in this specific website. 3,777% growth in only 16 months. And finally, how this growth helped us break several sales records within the company during that period. These are some of the results we achieved ranked in the top 1 of Google. And in this video, I'm gonna show you how you can implement it in your business. But first, let me give you a little bit of context. My name is Guilherme Cleto and I run Clutch Medias, that is my web design and SEO agency. We have helped over 100 clients in the last 2.5 years to increase their online presence and sales. But back in 2020, when we were starting to apply this strategy that I'm about to tell you, I was just getting started in the digital marketing world. So what was my role in this business? I got in the company basically as a marketing analyst to focus on growing our SEO presence. In the beginning, my job consisted in creating one blog post every week in a niche that I've never studied before. So you might be asking, what does the company do? IPTC was a business focused on assisting psychologists and psychiatrists. It aimed basically at helping them achieve better outcomes and provide improved treatments for their patients. And we assisted these professionals by offering postgraduate courses in various areas of psychology. So our main goal applying this SEO strategy was increasing the Google organic presence and from that generating more leads and sales. So now that you understood the business, let's dive into our strategy. It consists in 3 main topics. First one is the pillar strategy. And how does this strategy works? We basically divide the main topics about the different courses we offered in pillars. So every pillar had a main blog post providing a broader view of the subject. Here, for example, we will have schema therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, and neuropsychology. Then, expanding from this pillar, we will dive into more specific articles providing a deeper look into each theme. Within the schema therapy topic, for instance, our text would include: what is schema therapy, objectives of schema therapy, Jeffrey Young, that is the founder of schema therapy, and so on. Essentially, we were crafting an overview text, the pillar, approximately 3,000 words long, and then creating shorter, more detailed text to supplement that main context, that is the sub-pillars, ranging from about 800 to 1500 words. So here the final tip is, when it comes to publish this text, it's crucial to interlink them with hyperlinks, demonstrating to Google the scope and relevance of your content. To finish off this part, I considered 3 factors to decide which text we should produce each month. In a Google Sheets, I assess the relevance of the keyword for the business, the volume, essentially whether that term is being searched on Google and the number of people searching it, so higher the volume implies greater relevance, and the third, the difficulty of ranking, evaluating the challenge in ranking for that keyword. So to gather all this data, I used Ubersuggest and its Chrome extension. That it's very easy and simple to use, and I highly recommend it. With this list set, we looked forward to the second pillar. The second pillar was creating and optimizing all the pages, both sales pages and blog posts, our website for a relevant keyword for our niche. Here, there are a lot of things that are important for this good SEO performance, but the main ones are having the Google Search Console setup made previously, optimizing your SEO title, meta tag, and meta description, and making sure it has the keyword you set, optimizing the H2, that is basically the subtitles in your text, and having the keyword present on them, optimizing the alt tag present in the images of your page, and finally the keyword volume, having the selected keyword appearing several times during the page, and so on. I don't want to go too long here since it's a pretty broad topic, but I will soon release a video going into more detail on each of these topics, and make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss it. But overall, to help me navigate this second pillar, we used Yoast SEO for helping us in the SEO checklist, and Google Analytics for analyzing traffic origin and improving the articles that had less views. And the third and final pillar is consistency. In the beginning, I was writing one text every single week and posting it on the blog. And we kept doing it for some time. After that, doing this strategy and seeing really good results, we wanted to scale more. So we hired a contractor and raised the quantity of blog posts. So we basically went from 1 blog post every week to 2 blog posts every week, and after some time, 3 blog posts every week. We were posting 12 articles a month, and the result absolutely skyrocketed for the final months of the year. And after all that, here are some results that we had and some articles positioned in the first position of Google. Aaron Beck, one of the creators of cognitive behavioral therapy, terapia do esquema in Portuguese, that is one of the themes of our courses. O que é anamnese in Portuguese, that is basically translated as what is anamnesis, really relevant term for our niche. Modelo de laudo psicológico, that translates as psychological report template, very niche down for psychologists. Crenças centrais, that translates as core beliefs, another niche down keyword, and so on. Alright, cool, but now you might be wondering, the site saw an increase in organic traffic, but what about the lead generation and sales? So this is how we use it to generate more leads and sale. We had lead generation through the blog for our ebooks, webinars, sales pages, and WhatsApp. To those who signed up for the ebooks and webinars, they started to receive our newsletter with more valuable content in their email to warm them up. The ones who signed in the sales pages were directly popping in our Pipedrive CRM, waiting for our sales teams to reach out. And plus all that, in the end of every text we would have a link direct to our sales team on WhatsApp with a standard message. With this, we were able to generate tons of leads and reach some really nice goals that year. So here are some insights and results after applying all this SEO strategy. The first one, we were able to decrease the CPA for our lead generation ads in Meta Ads. So basically the Facebook pixel was well populated and much more intelligent. We were able to capture leads in that time for 0.2 reais, that is nearly $0.4 US dollars, which is really cheap. The second point is it helped us significantly grow our lead base in ActiveCampaign, Pipedrive, and WhatsApp. So we had more people receiving our newsletter and sales emails, and more people starting chats with our sales team in WhatsApp. And the third one was achieving the highest number of students in the main course that we offered in history, and breaking the company's sales record with more than 50 students enrolled. So yeah, this is basically the SEO case study that I wanted to show you, and show you the impact that a good strategy can do for you and your business. And all of this without spending a single extra dollar on ads. So if you're interested in applying this SEO strategy on your business and growing your lead generation and sales through organic traffic, feel free to hit the link down below and book a call with our team. And if you have any questions, leave a comment down below and I will be excited to answer it.